Morning everybody, it's March. It's raining if you believe it. I'm just doing Chesney's rug and Daisy's sitting out here. Not quite sure, I think she probably wants to go in the hay barn. And there's the pheasant. Anyway, as I said, I'm just doing Chesney's rug. They're all eating their breakfast. And I've got the hay steaming. It's Tommy. Oh, he was there a minute ago, he's just hidden now. Anyway, we'll finish. Say hello, Tom. Tommy's covered in shavings. Tommy's not wearing his rug now. Let's go and see if Daisy wants to go in this hay barn because she's meowing very loudly. Do you want to go in here? Come on then. We'll have it open for a minute then. No. Cats are very awkward, aren't they, Basil? He's a good boy. So, I'm going to finish changing their rugs, or Chesney's and Basil's. As I say, Tommy's not wearing his, there he is, anymore. It's gone quite a bit warmer now, so, what's it, you got a bit of a breakfast moustache. Oh, you've got a breakfast moustache going on. Is it tickling? Funny boy. You funny. Right, better finish doing Chesney's rug, Tom. Our best. So that's the boys out. It's warm, so they've got thinner rugs on again today. As you can probably hear, it's raining still. It's raining more than I thought it was going to rain. I hope it's going to stop because I'd like to ride Basil in a little while. He's okay, he's doing okay. Way tape him later. He has been maintaining, but I feel like he's lost a bit of his bottom again, so obviously that might not necessarily show up on the way tape anyway, but I do feel like he's lost a bit across his bottom here. But going into the summer, I think, or into the spring, he should put that back on okay. Chesney is eating a hay net I've just put out that Basil didn't eat last night, so he will eat that. Unfortunately he's standing in the mud to do it, but he will demolish that very quickly, so he won't be standing in the mud for very long. And he seems to be fine. He's in a thinner rug as well because it's quite a bit warmer than it has been. And little Tommy, through the mud and the rain, is down the bottom of the field. That always is where he heads straight for. He's got a couple of pigeons keeping him company on the posts down there. That's funny. Anyway, he's down there. So I'm going to muck out in the rain. Daisy's not very happy for some reason this morning. Anyway, mucking out time in the rain. So that's all the mucking out done, and the boys are. It's still raining at the moment, so I'm still hoping to ride in a bit. It stopped a little bit, I think, but hay barn's getting a bit better now. I'm going to have a really big organising there, so that I can get rugs back in. But I've decided to have a look at Basil and Tommy's food. You probably remember I said that Basil and Tommy have healthy hooves, but Basil has often left the nuts in that. I gave it to Basil and Fidget. Basil has not got the greatest feet in the world, and Fidget had laminitis once early on when I first had him. So I had them on healthy hooves, and they were fine on that. When I lost Fidget, I actually did change Basil, and obviously gradually, not in one foul swoop. But last summer I decided actually that Tommy might benefit from healthy hooves. I was a bit worried he might get laminitis, so I changed him onto that and put Basil on it as well, because it's fine for Basil, but this, you end up with hundreds of bins and stuff if I gave him something else. So obviously it's also, he can get a bit fat in the summer as well. So I thought that was fine. But Tommy has now stopped eating the nuts in the bottom of the Healthy Hooves as well. So basically it's a total waste of money, because they're not eating the nuts that comes mixed in with the chaff. Tommy obviously, touch wood, didn't get laminitis last year, so I'm going to swap them onto something else gradually, as I said before. I'm going to try, and I think, I can't remember, if I look back through my videos I'll probably remember, but I think this is what I had Basil on before, which is Hi-Fi Good Doer. But I am going to actually give Basil probably the Hi-Fi Senior and see how we get on, because he is going to be 16 this year. And is he going to be 16 this year? 2001, he is going to be 16 this year, and a lot of the senior feeds are designed for horses over 16, so he has been getting some of that since Christmas, or when I started changing his feed a bit. So I'm probably just going to carry on increasing that and reducing the Healthy Hooves, so that he's just on the Hi-Fi Senior with Chesney, and I won't buy any more Healthy Hooves. We're getting through the last bag now, I've got about half a bag left. So that's about right for swapping Tommy as well. So I shall start putting like a handful of the Good Doer in with Tommy's, and then slowly alter him onto that, obviously totally, before I finish the end of the Healthy Hooves bag. So that is the plan. The Good Doer, obviously, as the name suggests, is designed for horses that don't need lots of food. And Tommy doesn't need lots of food. Really, I tend to give him some so that he has something that encourages him to come in. So he only has a couple of handfuls, and then he has an apple in the feed for when he comes in. So in the winter he comes in the evening, so he comes in to have some apple in it. And in the summer he has the apple in the morning, so he comes in. It's all about encouraging him to come in, but also obviously the others are eating, so it's tends to keep them happier if they don't feel left out, see their friends eating out a nice bowl. So a couple of handfuls of something that's not heating and is not going to put a lot of weight on is not a bad thing. He is so funny at the moment. He's still growing in confidence. It's over 18 months. It'll be 2 years in July since he's been here. And he's, as I say, he's still growing in confidence. He's still, we're still building up our bond and things now, which is lovely. He loves having the Star Brush, which is down for a wash, because I've been doing this week. This Star Brush, it's the same as a magic brush really, I think. He loves having the base of his ears brushed with that. Not the backs, but where the hole is. Just at the bottom where the hole is. He just loves having that brushed, and he gets really excited about it. I guess maybe it's just really itchy at this time of year, but he loves that. And a year ago he wouldn't have let me do that. And maybe even 6 months ago he would have been hesitant, but he just loves that at the moment. And also yesterday I went up to the field, and usually I can get up to him for a short little period of time and maybe give him a polo or give him a little stroke on the nose, but yesterday I patted him all down his neck and stroked his neck and played with his mane, and I managed to stand really close to him, because sometimes if I go out and then I move a tiny bit too close to him, he'll jump away. So yesterday was a big thing really, getting that close and having a big fuss with him in the field without having a head collar on and without holding him. He was just totally loose. So we are still making steps forward and having breakthroughs and stuff, so it is, it's still quite exciting, even this far down the line. It takes a long time. You had you know, 6 years or so of not having much fun, so it's taking him a long time to trust and things. But yeah, he's also getting a lot braver with Chesney and Basil, or certainly with Chesney. And with Basil, Basil's always been quite fatherly to him, but Chesney was always a little bit, Chesney's about being jealous of him being too friendly with Basil and getting too much attention, but he's much braver with Chesney now. Chesney's much more tolerant as well. Chesney doesn't ever want to come into his stable until Tommy's nearly at the gate, which is sweet because he's waiting for Tommy to check he's okay and check he's coming in. Yeah, so we're still making progress and things, which is lovely. So that's this morning's update. It's raining still, so I will update you later. I did have some plans for today, but I can't do them if it rains, so they will have to be postponed. Hopefully it's going to brighten up and I'll ride in a little while, but I will see you later. Oh no, let me just tell you about Basil's new bit. I'd forgotten. So I have got him, and I rode a loose ring, double jointed, with this nice mouthpiece. It's warm and I can't remember what it is now. That's not very good. Apologise. And he seems happy in it. He is trying to chew it, which I was looking at getting one of the new Shules. Is that how you pronounce it? But they're about 4 times as much money as this was, so I'm going to see how he gets on with this. They have the link in, but the link is the other way up, so these bits are out this way, if you see what I mean, and this bit, the flat bit, is sort of the other way, so it would be flat with my thumb. So it slightly changes the action. These bits wouldn't press into his tongue, the flat bit would. So I am toying with the idea of getting one of those, but I thought if he didn't like, if we couldn't get on with the loose ring at all, and the metal, I thought I would try a cheaper one first, because he's always had the rubber or the Happy Mouth. But he seems to be okay. I've ridden him in twice. He's still a little bit strong in it, so, and we haven't cantered yet, so I'm going to think about it. And obviously he's got the bit guards because of the loose ring, and I don't want that to pinch his lips, which wouldn't be very nice for him. Anyway, so that is his new bit, and we're still undecided about that. He's definitely not worse than he was. I think he's a little bit better, but whether we can make it even better, I'm not sure. So, as I say, I'll keep you up to date on that. But that is it for now. I will see you in a little while. So, it stopped raining, and Basil and I have managed to have a ride. There he is. He's got his new bit on, with the bit guards obviously, but today he's been really bad at opening his mouth, I noticed, and he may well have been doing that for a little while, but it's always a bit difficult when you're on top to see what they're doing. Anyway, so I think I might try him with a flash noseband back on. He did have one on in the past. I've got an old noseband, so I should just put the old noseband back on this bridle and see how we get on, if that makes any difference at all. I mean, he could be getting his tongue over the bit, I suppose, and that's why he is so strong. But as I say, because there's no one to sort of see what he's doing, it's a bit tricky. He's trying to eat all the little things that have fallen off the tree. Are they tasty, Basil? Obviously tasty little things. Anyway, so he wasn't, we just walked and trotted again, because obviously I think it's only the 3rd time I've ridden him since his break, so we just a bit walk and trot. But as I said earlier, he's still a bit strong. He got a bit warm. It's quite warm today, so I might try with the flash noseband on again. I think I shall set that for next time I ride him. Anyway, I'm going to put him back out in the field. Are you ready to go back out in the field? his rug back on, and hopefully his rug will dry out then, because it's dry and it's warmer, and the sun is coming out every now and again, so hopefully it will dry his rug out, so they can wear it tomorrow. So back again, I made the mistake of leaving the electric fence down, so they're both standing here like they're desperate to come in. Oh, Basil's tired, big yawns. Tommy, however, is just waiting down there. He's making his way up. We actually had another little cuddle after I put Basil back out after our ride today, which was nice. So he'll just wait out of the way until I've made the food and the other two have come in, and then he'll come. Anyway, as I say, he and I had a little cuddle again when I put Basil out earlier like we did yesterday. So I'm just going to put Basil's hay nets in the stable and make up the dinners and then get them in. There we go, all in, eating tea. Chesney. Oh, Tommy's bottom, because he has his dinner over there so that he is away from the door, so Chesney doesn't try and bite him when he comes in after Tommy. And Basil. Hello. Hello, Basil. So today hasn't quite ended up how I'd hoped. It hasn't rained really this afternoon, but obviously because it rained all morning, everything was wet, so I couldn't do the jobs I had planned, so I shall have to do them another day. The other thing I'd sort of thought I would do would be to wash Chesney's legs and tail, but it's going to actually be colder tonight, so I decided not to do that. I don't want him to get cold when he's been used to it being warmer, so I'm going to do that another day as well. Anyway, I better change their rugs and do their feet, and then we will say goodnight in a little while. So they'll all get their nighttime treat. Apples tonight. Apples. Chesney. Oh, Chesney, we dropped it. Can you find it? Well done. Then we go back for number 2, don't we, Basil? It's in the other pocket. Oh, for an apple. And Thomas. Little one for little boy. Let's see if we can not drop this one. Good boy. Good boy. Good lick. No. What are you doing hidden here, Wally? Lick that hand. Good boy. You're funny, aren't you? You're a funny little spodge on the bottom of your nose, haven't you? Gently. Good boy. Night then. Night then, Tommy Tom Tom. Then Basil brush. So that's them all tucked up. These things are all falling down off the tree now. Lots of them. All sitting in the gutter, so I'll have to clear that out as well. It's all good fun. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm sorry it's not really very exciting today. It was a disappointing day after all I had planned. But there you go. I will see you again soon. And take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.